24 hours from now, I want to give you guys more fantasy football advice, more sports betting advice, and obviously just rant about NFL Week 3 as things come up in the comments section. No matter where you're watching, no matter what you're doing, welcome to Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day, talking sports in every single way. Hope you're having a great night, no matter where you're watching, no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. I appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you follow the show. Really appreciate all of your support every single day. I promised you guys I would come on later tonight, and I have. But of course, I also want to give out other opportunities to be a part of a fantasy football league. I promised you guys I would do more fantasy football leagues. So if you guys want to participate in a fantasy football league against Butt Fumble Sports, now is another opportunity to do so. We are creating another league. We have so many going on. Make sure that you hit us up on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Make sure you hit the DM button. DM us on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports, and we will share the link with you. So if you want to get in that league, make sure you DM us now. We're going to be answering fantasy football questions, sports betting questions around NFL Week 3. But if you want to be a part of this fantasy football league, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. You heard that correctly. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. All you have to do is DM us on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. I'll share the link with you guys, and that way you can go claim your spot in the league. Once we fill the league, we'll draft it right away. So just DM us on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports. Jorge just got the link. Make sure you DM us on Instagram right now. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. I'm going to get to all the fantasy questions. We're going to be answering fantasy questions for at least an hour. But if you want to be a part of a fantasy football league with us, Butt Fumble Sports, starting Thursday, going all season, $250 prize pool to the winner, $0 buy-in. You heard that correctly. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool. So, DM us on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports. Once we fill up this league, I'll start answering all of your questions as well. So if you guys want to be a part of this league, just DM us on Instagram. I don't give out links on TikTok just because I'm currently live, so kind of hard to do so. Don't worry, I'm going to answer all of your fantasy questions. We'll get to all of that. But we want to make sure we fill up this league right now to make sure we get another opportunity to get all of you guys competing against Butt Fumble Sports in another league this year. We will answer all of your questions. Jackson, Ridley, Puka, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. As long as all three are healthy, Ridley and Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Zachary, guess what you're getting? You're getting a link to the league. Make sure you go claim your team right now. Once we fill up all 10 spots, we will draft right away. By the way, we will be answering some questions around sports betting on Thursday Night Football, so we'll be using Outlier a little bit later in the show. So if you guys have player prop bet questions, make sure you DM us as well. Player prop bet questions, we will hook you guys up as well. Ben, trade Bijan for Devontae and Gibbs. Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith? Maybe it doesn't matter. It's probably a good trade. It's probably a good trade. But I'm very high on Bijan. You're getting really good value back. That's why, Ben, I think it's a good deal. But it's very challenging for me to kind of pick that one only because I'm so high on Bijan right now. And there are very few versatile running backs that are healthy right now. He's one of the few. Hey, Zeus, thank you so much for hitting us up. Or Jesus. Either way, thank you so much. Hockey Junkie, is Gibbs for Eckler a good deal? Yes, I think so. When they're both healthy, I trust Austin Eckler more. And I think Gibbs will hit his rookie wall, where Eckler, he's obviously going through injuries now, but not injuries that are serious enough for me to be concerned about him long term. If you guys want to participate in a fantasy football league against me, Butt Fumble Sports, starting on Thursday night and going all season long, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool. Just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, the name of my company. Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. I'll share a link with you guys so you can go claim your team. We will draft That team will go, literally, our kickoff is week 3, goes all season long, $250 prize pool, doesn't cost you a dime. So just DM me on Instagram, Butt Sports, if you want to participate. Do I start any Giant players? I wouldn't unless you're desperate. Matt Breida, I wouldn't start him. I don't trust any of the Giants right now, in part because they have some injuries, but also I just think the 49ers on short rest are going to crush them. Crush them. Should I start Daniel Jones? Nate, I think you probably just got your answer in what I said. The answer is absolutely not. I would not go anywhere near Daniel Jones. I think he's going to be running for his life. That's the only place you probably will be able to get points, in him running for his life tomorrow night. Maybe he picks up a nice gain on one big run or one rushing touchdown. But frankly, I'm worried for him. I want Daniel Jones to leave that stadium okay, and I certainly have my concerns because the 49ers are going to be coming at him all night with the blitz. He has no Saquon to rely on. Going to be pretty scary. Mac, Amon-Ra St. Brown if healthy. Adams, Ridley, Puka. I would go Amon-Ra St. Brown and Ridley. Oh, sit one. The one I'd probably sit is Puka. I know that's not where the hot hand has been. He's been the hottest hand of all, but that's probably where I'd go. What should I do with Cooper Kupp? If you've had him this long, just wait till he's back. Why would you give him up now? If I sent you a link, go claim your spot in the league. The moment that we fill up the 10 spots in this league, we will draft right away. If you guys haven't gotten a link yet, just DM us on Instagram, and we'll share a link for a $250 prize pool, season-long, $0 buy-in league. It's going to be a PPR league, 10-person league. That way, if you started 0-2, this is a great way to get back in the game. What are some good buy lows? I still think everyone is buying low on the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, when did the Cincinnati Bengals become so bad? I understand they've had a bad 2 weeks. I think they're going to be fine. So I'm buying low on them. I still think Dallas Goedert probably has some value. Dallas Goedert owners are like throwing him away right now, and I don't understand why. Every running back who's a star running back who's been injured, Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, Saquon Barkley, they are all great buy lows right now because their owners are starting to sweat. Their owners are starting to get a little bit worried. Maybe they're 1-1, maybe they're 0-2, maybe they're even 2-0, but there's a little bit of concern. There's a little bit of worry because that guy's out and now they're feeling the pressure. Man, it's a long season. We haven't even hit the midway point. We haven't hit the home stretch. We haven't gone anywhere near the point in this league where I don't like Austin Eckler or Saquon Barkley or Aaron Jones. So that's where I come out on that. I think those are some good buy lows for brand names. Brecken, rate my team. Mahomes, McCaffrey, Pierce, Smith, Cooper, Goddard, London, Tucker, Steelers defense, McLaurin, Ford, Gibson, Sutton. I really like the team overall. The fact that you have Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey and you got the wide receivers that you did. This is a great team. This is an A- team. I think you may go through some stretches of concern during bye weeks. Christian McCaffrey, hopefully he can stay healthy. But overall, this is a really strong team. If you guys want to be a part of this fantasy football league, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Sports on Instagram. You can be a part of a league. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. Just DM me right now. On Instagram. I won't answer on TikTok. Butt Sports on Instagram is where you can get the link. Corey B, should I start Tua over Josh Allen? No. Corey B, I'd go with Josh Allen. Oscar, Kyron Williams for Ramondre. That's a deal worth doing. Oscar, good job. Coach Mike, great to see you. Hope you're having a great night. So appreciate seeing so many familiar handles. I really feel like this is a community of sports fans that if I pulled up at the bar, if we pulled up to the stadium, I'd definitely hit you guys up down the road being like, hey, what do you think of this picture? What do you think of this play? What do you think of this bet? I just love talking sports with everybody I meet. So if you guys are into sports, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a part of this community. Coach Mike, great to see you. What do I do with Madison? I'd dump him. I'd get rid of him. I don't think he had a lot of value before. I certainly don't think he has value now. Jack, should I start Trevor Lawrence this week? Yes, you should, Jack. I think Trevor Lawrence is a good play. I know he didn't play as well last week as we would have liked, but that was kind of predictable with Chris Jones coming back. The Chiefs coming off a loss. Felt like they were going to play well, so I do like Trevor Lawrence this week. Trenton, Kirk, or Reynolds? Got to go Christian Kirk. I know Reynolds has been playing well, but he's always going to be like a third or fourth option in that offense. Christian Kirk is second or third. I just trust Christian Kirk to get his targets. You saw last week he broke through. I'm big on Christian Kirk. Flores, start 2. Jacobs, Kyron, Herbert, Zach Moss, or Algier. Tough one for me. I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to bounce back. It's tough because between Moss and Algier, I'm really tied, but I'm going to lean towards Algier just slightly. I think that Lions defense is vulnerable against the run. I think that defense in general is vulnerable. So I think that Algier could maybe get into the end zone again. Cousins or Burrow this week. Jared Snyder, that's an easy one for me. It's Kirk Cousins. He has a great matchup on his own, and Joe Burrow has the injury. That's enough for me. Mixon or Kyron Williams. Keaton, I'm going to go with Joe Mixon on that one, specifically because Joe Burrow is injured. Either way, Joe Mixon's going to be critical in that game. I'll go with Joe Mixon. If you guys want to be a part of a fantasy football league, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in, just DM me on Instagram. $0 buy-in. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you're 0-2, 1-1, or you just want to be in another fantasy league, just DM me on Instagram. I'll share a link with you guys. We're going to draft the moment the league is full. We only have 3 spots left. 3 spots left. We're going to draft right away, and that way we're going to play all season long. Chance for you to prove that you're the best fantasy player in this chat. And there's 150 people in here. Trade Slim Reaper for Puka. Grayson, absolutely not. Look, there's a lot of reasons to be up on Puka, but Cooper Kupp is coming back, and it's still the Rams. I'm still not quite sold. I'm definitely not trading Devontae Smith. That'd be crazy. London or Addison. Walker, it's really tough for me this week. I'm going to lean towards Drake London. He's a wide receiver 1. I'm going to trust that. But Addison could have a monster week as well. Walker, I really wish you could start both of them. They're both going to have good weeks. T. Young, drop Madison, pick up Akers. Yes, yes, yes. T. Young, I absolutely would do that. First of all, Cam Akers is out of purgatory. Hallelujah. Additionally, Madison, Madison is a poor man's Najee Harris. And Najee Harris ain't good. But Madison, he's not that fast. He's not that big. He's not that versatile. He's just like, what is he? What is he? The answer is not that good. Wesley Dreamer, I'd go with Cousins over Lawrence. It's very, very close, but I've seen how defenses pick apart the secondary of the Chargers. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Cousins. It's super close, but I'm going to go with Cousins. Additionally, because ETN on the ground is a good option, Cousins doesn't have anybody, even Cam Akers, who can compete with that. So I think there's still a few reasons to believe that Trevor Lawrence could not get some production because of the running game of the Jaguars. There's no running game of the Vikings for me to be concerned about, so that's where I end up on that one. Again, if you guys want to be a part of this league, I'm handing out links right now. So, Sonny, you just got a link if you want to be a part of this league. Brecken, if you want to be a part of this league, you just got a link. So hit me up. Matt Holliday, Cousins or Hurts. Ooh, both are going to have good weeks. Jalen Hurts is the play. Matt Holliday, both are going to have good weeks. Jalen Hurts is the play. Why? Because one rushing touchdown makes it worth it. He's going to have a good game through the air against the Bucs, but if he gets one rushing touchdown, those points combined with all of those quarterback points, worth it. Worth it. And at this point, the rate at which he's hitting on a touchdown, rushing touchdown, totally worth it. Guys, you could DM me on Instagram for a link, but if you ask me a question right now on Instagram, I'm not going to answer it because I'm answering questions on literally every other platform. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. Speaking of which, really quick, Kive on YouTube, should I trade Diggs for ETN and Ayuk? Yes, yes, yes. That's a good trade. Sean0191, Kyron Williams for Aaron Jones. Yes, yes, yes. That's a good trade. Like the trades I'm seeing. Spencer H, what's your question? Fire away with it. Getting back to this fantasy league, it's all filled up. We're going to set the draft right now, everybody. First of all, 30 seconds will be on the clock for every pick. We're going to randomize the draft order right now. Brecken, you're going first, so be ready. And we're going to get this draft started right now. I know it says 10:15, but we're going to draft right away. So if you're in this draft, make sure you're ready because I'm going to start it right away. Starting in 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brecken, get ready. We're about to start this draft. C. Crane, get ready. C. Crane, we're about to start this draft. Everybody, this draft is live now. Okay, getting back to your fantasy questions. Brent, you got to go Patriots defense this week. Brent, you have got to go Patriots defense this week. Of all the weeks to play the Patriots defense, Zach Wilson against Bill Belichick, you got to believe in that. Jacob, it's really close for me. I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry. He's so important in the Patriots offense that I think he's going to get more targets. Something tells me Kittle gets a touchdown. He's been absent. I think Kittle gets a touchdown. I think Hunter Henry gets more targets. I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry because there's a greater opportunity there. But Jacob, you can hear the conflict. Jack, should I pick up Goff for Anthony Richardson? As in drop Goff for Anthony Richardson? Look, Anthony Richardson is a guy worth picking up and stashing on your bench right now. Even if you have Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts, Anthony Richardson is special. When it comes to fantasy, he's what we're looking for. And for that 1 or 2 weeks you may need him, he'll be worth it. Dill, 24. Should I trade Madison for Thomas? Dill, 24. As soon as humanly possible. Dill, 24. Do it as quickly as you can. Noah, Steelers defense or Chiefs this week? I would lean towards the Steelers. No, I take that back. I'll go with the Chiefs against the Bears. Chiefs against the Bears. That's the right matchup. Noah, I got to go Chiefs. Steve B. Jerome Ford. Steve B. A lot of people have been asking me today. Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt. You got to go Jerome Ford. He's actually the better player to have. So if you're curious, that's where I'd go. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Trade Adams for Devontae Smith and Zay Flowers. The answer is yes. Ariel, I love that trade. Absolutely love that trade. Would do it 9 times out of 9. Dad, should I trade Russ for D. Jones while Richardson is still out? Daniel Jones is going to get punked tomorrow. Daniel Jones is going to have one of the worst nights of his life. I would not want to be Daniel Jones, his family, his friends, his teammates. Daniel Jones is not going to have a good night. So you can go draft Daniel Jones. You can play Daniel Jones. You can start Daniel Jones. You will regret that. I cannot see a way Daniel Jones has a good night. He has a starting offensive lineman that's gone, a tackle that's pivotal. He has no Saquon Barkley. I don't know if people can name, if I did a poll right now, I don't know if everyone can name the starting running back, starting wide receivers. I know we got Waller. Everyone's going to know Waller. But, man, are you really believing that that is a play worth making right now? I'm not. I'm not believing in that at all. So, for all of you who are considering it, no. Jordan Addison or Mike Williams? ACG, baby, I'd go Mike Williams. I would go with Mike Williams. Nick Collins or Garrett Wilson in a PPR? I'm still going to go with Garrett Wilson, and here's why. In the PPR, he still has value. So I'm going to lean towards Garrett Wilson for now. Ethan, fire away with your question. A lot of you guys are 0-2. I'm here to help all of you guys out. Or you can join one of the leagues that we're starting, and that way you can get back to action. Ethan, I need a wide receiver long term. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, Judy. I think Moore is going to be a good play. Yes, I think Wilson's going to be week to week. Judy's week to week. But between the two, you should have a wide receiver too. Oscar Meyer, Pacheco, Pierce, Algier. It's absolutely Pacheco as long as he's healthy. There's a little concern. He showed up on the injury report. I would be a little bit concerned about it. But overall, I still like him this week. Crunky. Breda, a good flex play. In a 14-man league, you may be desperate enough. The answer is no, and the reason I say no is because the loss of the offensive lineman, I believe it's Austin Jackson, he's just as big a loss in some ways as Saquon. I know that sounds crazy, but you lose an offensive lineman, a major tackle. Nick Bosa against, yes, one starting tackle, but if they flip them, it's just hard. It's just a bad night. It's a bad night coming for the New York Football Giants. I really want nothing to do with them. So personally, Crunky, I try to go in another direction. Addison for Kittle, 1 for 1. Nate, I'd rather have Addison. Addison is something, man. Addison, Zay Flowers, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs. Those are the 4 rookies. Puka has emerged as the 5th, but those are the 4 rookies that if you got them, don't let them go. Running backs to start 2. Aaron Jones, Gibbs, Kyron Williams. So if you've got if Jones is healthy, I'd start him. I'd certainly start Gibbs. Do I play Waller or Henry? I'm starting Henry. Waller is probably the only Giant that I would have any faith in. But even there, don't you feel like the Giants are going to say, let's just take away Waller. Let's force him to go to Hyatt. And even there, we're going to put a safety over the top. I mean, where's the production going to come from? They're going to have to force it into Waller. I'm worried. Sal, Swift or Mixon? Believe it or not, Sal, I'd go with Swift. I'm a bigger believer in Swift. Cram, trade Mostert and Henry for ETN. Probably. I mean, I wish you could trade Madison and Henry for ETN, but I'm sure they wouldn't take that. Maybe if you add in a third player, maybe. OP, got to play 2 this week. Which 2? Moss, White, Connors. Oof. Stinkeroo. Zach Moss would be a good play. I'm okay with him. Between White and Connors, man. So I'm going up against the Eagles defense or the Cowboys defense. Yikes. I guess Rashad White. I guess. That's brutal between Connors and White. Steve B, thoughts on Hayden Reed? He's kind of come out of nowhere. The moment Christian Watson is fully healthy, his value goes away. But for now, he's done well. Should I start Rashawn Johnson? I think you could in a flex if you really had to, but I'm not as big on him as probably I should be. I still think there are other players I'd like more. Trade Kamara for Godwin. Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Flowers, Mike Williams, Devontae Smith. Who do I start? Brutal question. All 3 are going to have monster weeks. I lean towards Mike Williams, but Devontae Smith's going to have a big week. Flowers is going to have a big week. I'm sorry that you're kind of stuck picking between them. They're all going to have a good week. Guys, I'm giving you also a tip on my bets this week. Player prop bets. Flowers, Williams, Devontae Smith. Look at all 3 of them. Look at all 3 of them for player prop bets, everybody. They are all good plays. Brendan Seedhouse, Robinson, A.J. Brown for Puka, Swift, and DJ Moore. It's really close. It's really close. I might like that trade. I might like that one. That one gets a little bit better with Swift being the RB1. Very interesting. I'm going to lean towards yes. I'd do it. It's very close, though. Checo, 20. Should I pick up Kenyon Drake? I'm not as high on him. Ravens or Titans defense? Ravens. Geno, Stafford, Quinn. I would lean towards Geno. Maybe not. Panthers show me something. No, I'm going to lean towards Geno. I'm going to say he's figuring it out. That's a long flight. Monday night game for Carolina. They're playing on a short week. Shaq Thompson injured. I'm going to go with Geno. I'm going to go with my gut on that one. Dalton Smith is asking Addison or Flowers. Who should I start? Brutally tough. I'm split on this one. It depends on what you're in. If you're in a PPR, I'd start Flowers. PPR league, I'd start Flowers. He's going to get so many touches. Flowers probably just has value more in that area alone. But I think Addison could get a lot of deep balls. He could get another touchdown. I'll say Flowers if you're in a PPR league. Who should I sit out? Josh Jacobs, K9, Mostert, Kyron Williams. I would probably sit Kyron Williams out of that group. Do you think Hunt will play this week? I think he'll get on the field, but Jerome Ford would be the player I actually prefer. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. If you love the show, if you love the content, if you like the show, just hit the follow button. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every day. We do this every day. There will not be a day of the year I don't do this, so make sure you hit the follow button. Quinn, Hall, or Swift? Quinn, you got to go Swift. Ariel, Henry for Jones and Flowers. Aaron Jones? That I like. Ariel, nice trade. Cameron, Pacheco, Herbert, Damian Harris. Cameron, we all know the answer. It's Pacheco. It's Pacheco. Jaegerberger, should I trade Garrett for Connor, Lockett, and JT? Yes, I would. There's enough value mixed in that weird group of players you're getting. Yes, I would. Dylan, start Gus Edwards or Gabe Davis? Ooh, really tough question. I'm going to lean towards Gabe Davis. I don't feel good about this one at all because I feel like Edwards could get in the end zone. So Dylan, I'm really split on this. I say Gabe Davis. He's going to get more opportunities. He's going to be on the field more. He might get enough targets to make it worth your while. Edwards, don't you feel like he's going to be the red zone option? So Dylan, I'm a little wary of that one. Manny Barbosa, Stafford, Watson, Geno Smith this week. Really close. Look for Watson to have a much better week against the Tennessee Titans defense. Bad secondary. But I'm going to go with Geno. I think that he's going to have the best week of that group, just barely over Watson. This is a good week for Watson, though. For those who were thinking of dumping him after last week, don't do it just yet. He still has some value, so don't be too quick to move on from him. White Boy, Pitts, Kincaid, who to start? You got to go with Kyle Pitts. Kincaid is still eating after Knox at this point, which is unfortunate. But I just got to believe a little bit more in Pitts. I know he's been the most disappointing player in fantasy football consistently, but there you go. Mona L. Thanks so much for supporting the show, Mona. Hope you're a follower. Really appreciate the support. Mona, Davis or Moss for the flex. In the PPR league, really tough. I'm still leaning towards Moss, even though it's a PPR. I really like Moss this week. He's the better option for me. Gabe Davis, I think the Commanders are just good enough, so I'm going to lean slightly towards Moss. If this one were in Buffalo, I might feel differently, but this one's in Washington, is it not? So I'm going to lean towards Moss just slightly, Mona. Thanks so much for the question. Dalton Smith, Gus or Pacheco? Dalton, I'd go with Pacheco. Oh, I'm back on the clock here. Forgive me one quick second. Got to make a pick in this fantasy league that we're doing. I have 3 wide receivers. I have 2 running backs. That means I need a running back. You know what? I haven't taken Jonathan Taylor in any of my leagues until now. Taking him in the 6th round, I'm already halfway through his timeout or whatever he's doing. So maybe it's worth it, maybe not, but I'll take a chance in this one league. Kevin, should I start Javonte Williams or Mostert as my flex? I'm going to lean towards Mostert, Kevin. Mostert would be the play for me. PPR, standard, doesn't matter. It would be Mostert. Kareem Z, should I trade Garrett Wilson for T. Higgins in full PPR? Very close. Very close. I say yes, just barely. Garrett Wilson in a full PPR still has plenty of value, but I'll lean towards yes just because at some point this Cincinnati offense will click and T. Higgins will benefit. Oscar Meyer, if Christian Watson plays this week, do I play him or Chris Godwin? I would play Christian Watson if he's fully healthy. That's where I'd go. Austin, 2608. Who should I sit out? Jacobs. Oh, we answered that one. Okay. If you guys have a question on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, or on TikTok, we are answering all of them. So fire away with those questions, everybody. Feel free to ask. Butt Fumble Sports is here to answer all of your fantasy questions, NFL betting questions as well, if you guys need help with that. Travis Hunt or NOLA running back Tony. You're thinking of Tony. I would go Tony personally. I think Hunt's not going to be that effective the first week. Bro 545. I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry just slightly, I think. Not crazy about it, but I think it's probably a slightly better play. Laporta's getting up there, but I still think Hunter Henry's the better play. Alex, Mike Williams. Alex, between Garrett Wilson and Mike Williams for sure. Noah, Mostert, Ramondre, Walker, Ford, start 2. I'm definitely starting Ramondre Stevenson. I'm going to lean towards Walker. Mostert would be third if an injury came up or there was something else going on there. Again, if you guys have any questions, make sure that you hit that follow button, as well as just throw those questions in the comment section. Sin Toast, trade Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jones for Henry. I think that's giving up a little bit too much. I think you should get more out of that deal. I don't like that trade nearly as much as I should. So Sin Toast, what you're hearing is a big no. Appreciate you guys being with us. Make sure that you hit that follow button. We're live every single day. Marius, Zay Flowers, bro. Zay Flowers. You already knew it. You already knew it when you were putting up the flowers in the comment section. You already knew. By the way, every time I draft Trevor Lawrence, I always check to see how many of the Jacksonville Jaguars I already have. Joe, Olave or Mike Williams? Ooh, great question. Olave's facing Jair Alexander, so I like Mike Williams in his matchup against the Vikings a whole lot more. So, Joel. I'd rather go with Mike Williams over Olave, Joel. Thanks so much for the question. Kelly, Trevor Lawrence or Tua? Kelly, this week I'll go Trevor Lawrence. I trust that Broncos pass defense just enough. So, Kelly, I'll go Trevor Lawrence. Yo, should I trade St. Brown and Swift for Ramondre and D-Hop? Yo, no. I'd rather have St. Brown and Swift. Thanks so much for the question, yo. Max, hello. I need two, please. Pierce and Hopkins. Max, that's where I'd go. I'd go Pierce and Hopkins. Madison's value has plummeted. So for that and a number of other reasons, Madison's just not that good. I'm going to go with Pierce. And though I don't like Hopkins, I prefer him over. D-Raj, Packers on the money line. I'm not so quick to go there. I saw enough from the Saints. Now, I do slightly prefer the home team always when there's a road team coming off of Monday Night Football, but I am a little wary of that bet. I wouldn't make it personally. I think there are other bets that are more attractive, D-Raj. I actually think there are other bets that are far more attractive this week. We will be giving out a ton of bets over the next few days. Obviously, we have our pregame show tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. We do a 3-hour pregame show starting at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for Thursday Night Football. Make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss that pregame show. Hi, Algier or Hill? Tyreek Hill or Justice Hill? I'm assuming it's the Baltimore Hill. In that case, I'd go Algier. Hi, I'd go Algier. Jackson, should I trade Metcalf for Breece Hall if I need a running back? I think you're giving up way too much. I think you're giving up too much value, so I wouldn't do it. C-Dab asks, Scary Terry, Miller, or Gabe Davis? I'm going to lean towards Gabe Davis. I'm not crazy about your options, but I'll lean towards Gabe Davis. Isaac, Geno, or Dak? I'm going to lean slightly towards Dak. It's just a matchup thing. I think Geno has a good game, but Dak's got the best matchup. Ford rest of the season. Yeah, okay, Den. I think Ford's got really good value. Good speed, the way they're going to use him. Some people put it out there today. I don't like the wording of this, but they have a point. In some ways, he is better suited for Deshaun Watson in the offense than Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is he's a bowling ball. Deshaun Watson is almost better with that scat back, with that back that's very versatile, can be in the flat, can come out in the quick pass, can be a running option, can be a draw option. It's obviously Nick Chubb's one of the best running backs in the NFL over the last decade. It isn't the comment on that. It's that Ford could have a lot of value in that offense with Deshaun Watson. Apple user 86. Trade Connor for Kamara and Kelly? Yes. Make that deal. Braden, if you're getting Kamara and Kelly, I absolutely would make that deal right away. Infinite Arsenal dropped Cam Akers this AM to pick up Kareem Hunt pre-signing. Good decision. I think you may regret it a little bit. I don't think it's bad either way. I don't think you're going to be regretting it that much, but I do think Cam Akers has more value in the short term. Kareem Hunt may have more value season long. Tyler Collins, Brian Robinson, or Michael Thomas. Really tough for me. Really tough. I'm going to lean towards Brian Robinson because I trust he's going to get in the end zone, but it's very close, Tyler Collins. It's very, very close. I don't feel great about that. That's a coin flip. I think they're going to have similar point totals. I'm going to lean towards Brian Robinson just barely. Jared C., you think Jamar Chase will have a comeback? Should I trade him? I wouldn't trade him. Guys, it's been 2 weeks. I know that his value has gone down. Do not trade him. He is still valuable. He is still a good option. I would not trade him. I still think there are options that if you need to trade somebody, that other people I would trade before him. So that's where I come out on that. J. Lope, Debo anytime touchdown tomorrow. Love it, J. Lope. J. Lope Dog brings up a great bet tomorrow. I love Debo Samuel anytime touchdown. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, we're going to look up this bet really quick right now because this is one I really like. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, anytime touchdown for Debo Samuel. The over on this one, only 43% implied probability. Christian McCaffrey obviously is a good play, J-Lope. But I think Debo Samuel gets in. I think George Kittle gets in. I think it is a party in the end zone for the 49ers tomorrow. I think a lot of these could cash. This is going off at plus 130 on DraftKings. This is one I'm taking. I like this bet, actually. Anytime touchdown for him. Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. 71% implied probability. That's a phenomenal play. So Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. Debo, anytime touchdown. I would take both of those. Warren or Moss. John Boy, I'd go with Moss. Coop, appreciate your support. Pittman, Walker, or Zach Moss, pick 2. I'm going to go Walker and Pittman. I don't feel great about it. It's really close, but I'll go Pittman and Walker just barely. Cole, it's close. Coop, it depends on the quarterback. I take it back. It depends on the quarterback. I think that if Anthony Richardson is healthy, I'd go Pittman. I don't like him as much, I think, with a backup. Cole, Amon-Ra St. Brown for Keenan Allen. It's a fair trade. Pacheco or Kyren Williams. I'd rather have Pacheco. Keenan Allen, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I take either one. They're both good players. I prefer Pacheco over Kyren Williams. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. Jacob Becker, pick 2. Godwin, Moore, Mostert, Robinson. In a PPR league. That's important. In a PPR league. I'm going to go DJ Moore and Godwin for just that reason. The PPR might make them valuable enough. About to draft in this league, so I got to figure out what I'm going with here. Brian Silva, should I trade Mark Andrews and Diggs for Kelsey and Wilson? No, I wouldn't. Ryan, Mark Andrews for Kenneth Walker, fair trade? No, I think I'd rather have Mark Andrews, actually, unless you really need the running back position. Unless you're desperate for that running back position, I wouldn't necessarily go there. Appreciate all of those who are watching. Make sure you hit that follow button. Should I trade CeeDee Lamb for Jefferson and Pollard? Yes. Oh my God. Abso-frickin-lutely. I'd do that trade in a heartbeat. Jefferson and Pollard for CeeDee Lamb? Yes. Zach, Mixon, James Conner. Gotta go Mixon, Zach. Gotta go Mixon. Guadalupe Mendoza. I'd go Zay Flowers. Guadalupe Mendoza. I'd go Zay Flowers. Jacob Becker, we answered your question. Ridge, I would make that trade in a heartbeat. Ridge asked, Najee for Kamara and Addison. Ridge, I'd do it as fast as I possibly could. Pat, thanks so much for watching the show. So appreciate the support. Hope you're having a great night. Just making a quick pick right here. Garrett Wilson, Waddle, D-Hop, Addison, Nico. Which 3 should you play? Okay, Addison, definitely. Waddle, if he's healthy. Nico is who I'd go with. Arturo, you've been supporting the show quite a bit. Let me find your question, Arturo. Adam, help. Should I trade Jones for Travis Etienne? I wouldn't, Adam. I wouldn't. I like Aaron Jones. Where's Arturo's question? I don't see. Arturo M. Arturo M. I see your question now. Arturo M. Would you trade Pollard and Debo for Taylor, Chase, and Swift? Yes. Yes, I would. That's a fair trade. That's a good trade. I really like that trade. Both sides have reasons to like it. I like it, Arturo. Appreciate all of those who are supporting the show, no matter where you're watching, no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I am so grateful that all of you guys make some time to watch Butt Fumble Sports. What a compliment. What an honor. I'm so grateful you guys are a part of the show every day. Zach, Olave for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who wins? I'm going to guess Olave over the course of the season, just because I'm a little bit worried that Amon-Ra St. Brown can't stay healthy. Josh, Brees, Moss, Algier. I'm probably leaning towards Moss 1, Algier 2, but it's close. Pick up Josh Reynolds or Shaheed. I think either one's a good play. I probably lean towards Josh Reynolds this week. Sin Toast. Trade Mike Williams, Javonte Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown for Hyundai. No. Sin Toast, don't do that deal. Jackson, thanks so much for supporting the show. Brandon Dillon. Should I trade Mike Williams for Zay Flowers? Sure. I think it's a very fair deal. I don't necessarily know who wins, but it's a very good trade either way. Braden, do I do this trade? Trevor Lawrence, Wilson, Mostert for Geno and Puka. No, I'd rather have Lawrence, Wilson, and Mostert. Lawrence, Wilson, and Mostert. Nolan P, would you trade Etienne and Gabe Davis for CD Lamb? I see your sub comment, Nolan. The answer is yes. I'm okay with that. CD Lamb is certainly an upgraded wide receiver. And Brian Robinson, the drop from Etienne to Robinson isn't significant, maybe enough to be too afraid of it. So I like it overall. I think it's a little risky, but I like it. Dan G, help. I have Madison and Kareem Hunt with Saquon and Monty injured. Trade suggestions. I feel like the waiver wire is better. I don't feel like people are going to trade. I'm just saying, I think there are a lot of running backs that are hurt. I think people are holding on to running backs, or they're charging too much. Aiden H, DK for Mike Williams. That's a fine trade. It's probably okay. DK is a wide receiver 1. Mike Williams a wide receiver 2. That's the only risk. But Keenan Allen gets hurt enough where it's not a bad idea. I'm okay with it. Walker and Evans for Kelsey. JST Nax. I'm okay with that trade as well. I certainly don't have a problem with it. So if you're going to make that deal, fine by me. Blake, Josh Allen, Sanders for Pollard. My QB is Fields. Yes, Blake, I would do that deal. Yes, Blake, I would do that deal. Chicken, James Conner, Lamar Jackson, and Cooper Kupp for DK, Montgomery, and Derrick Henry. Chicken, do that trade. If you're getting Metcalf, Montgomery, and Henry, Chicken, do that trade. Jackson, Ridley for Mixon. I'd rather have Calvin Ridley. Should I drop Hunt for Akers? Grayson, I think so, but I can understand why. Hunt has the better running game. Akers is going to be the number 1 option, where Hunt, I think, is going to be number 2 behind Ford. Infinite Arsenal flex. Reynolds or Drake. Infinite Arsenal, this is an easy one. It's Drake London. That's the easy one. If you guys have questions, I traded Waller, Kamara, and Gus for K9 and Mark Andrews. Fine trade. You did okay. Fine trade. Curve M. Allen for Waddle and Cook. I'm good with that. That's a fine trade. I think it's fair. Antcan 111. Ayuk may be out. Should I start Debo or Amon-Ra St. Brown? I think both are going to have good games. Both. I probably, if Ayuk is out, I definitely start Debo. But if he's not, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jay Martin, full PPR. Gibbs, Dobbs for Andrews. I think I'd rather... Oh, I see with your... I don't want to give up Gibbs. I wouldn't give up Gibbs. I wouldn't do it. Big Fit 64. I need help, bro. Trade Eckler, Ertz, Ridley for Kelsey and Kupp. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. I take it back. I'd rather have Ridley. I gotta make this pick really quick. The answer is no, I wouldn't. Big Fit 64. I take it back. I'd rather have Eckler, Ertz, and Ridley, and I just drop Ertz and find another tight end. But I think you're taking too much risk on what could be good production in Cup, where Eckler and Ridley, no, I'd rather have them. Big Fits, I wouldn't make the deal. Gerardo, Burrow, or Richardson to start. Which one's healthy? You tell me, and I'll tell you who's starting. Start Walker, Jacobs, Aaron Jones with Monty injured starting 2. I would start, if Jones is healthy, I'd start him, and then I'd start Jacobs, I think. Josh Keller. Josh Keller, I'd go Pierce. User 74, I'd go Tutu and Moss. User 74, I'd go Tutu and Moss. Jessica Gray, trade Puka and Jamar Chase for Jacobs and Ridley. I'd rather have Puka and Jamar Chase. Appreciate all those who are watching. Make sure you hit the follow button. If you're watching right now on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. That way you never miss our show. We're live every single day. So if you love the content, make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day of the week, of the year. You're never going to miss a show if you hit that follow button. We are going to do one more fantasy league, I think. One more fantasy league tonight. So if you guys want to get in a fantasy league and compete against us, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. You heard that correct. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool. Thanks to Rival Fantasy, one of the sponsors of our show. Rival Fantasy, one of the sponsors of our show. That is right. We have a fantasy football league that we're going to be drafting immediately after we fill up all 10 spots. If you guys want to be a part of this league, DM me on Instagram. You know the drill by now. Just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. DM me right now, and I will get you in that league. Make sure you guys get in there. By the way, Brent. Make sure you hit me up tomorrow. Brent. If you guys want to be in this league, I'm going to hit you guys up with the link right now. By the way, and then we're going to get back to answering your fantasy questions. So no worries. We're going to get back to all of your fantasy questions. But we're going to sign up people for this league right now. If you guys want to compete against Butt Fumble Sports in this fantasy league, just DM me right now. I am sending out that link. Everyone who wants to be a part of it, Gabe, you're the next one who's getting a link. Trevor, you're getting a link. I'm like Oprah over here, just giving out links. Steven Hux, guess what you're getting, buddy? You're getting a link. And your Braves let me down tonight a little bit. I will say that. I took the Braves to win when they were down by a run. I thought they were going to come back and win. Nick Castellanos had a day, boys. He had a day. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that follow button. I'm giving out links right now for our fantasy league. Victor, start 1. Najee, Hunt, Warner, Gainwell. Victor, I think I'd start Warren. David Lopez, start running back Hall or Kelly. I'd start Breece Hall, I think just barely. Also, start Fields or Jones. Definitely Fields, David. Definitely Fields. If you guys want to be in this fantasy league, just DM me on Instagram. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. The moment that you guys sign up and fill in the league, we will draft. So, make sure you sign up right now. Chad, I put Puka, Mike Williams, and T. Higgins. You get Puka, Mike Williams, and T. Higgins. You give Mixon and Waddle. It's a fair, you get a good deal. Chad, that's a good trade. I'm about it. I think it's a good move. Eric, I traded Addison for Jonathan Taylor. Eric, I don't like it. I think Jordan Addison's going to have a really good rookie year. Ricky, 23 Jr., traded Kirk Cousins for ETN. I actually think it's a good trade because what did you really do? You maximized the value of Kirk Cousins. He got off to a really good start this year. You did a really good job. Arturo M, guess what you're getting, man? You're getting a link to the league. Make sure you go sign up. Those spots fill up pretty fast, so make sure that you go claim your spot right now. Thank you, Rival Fantasy, for not only sponsoring the show, but a $250 prize pool with the $0 buy-in. That's just awesome. Thank you guys so much, because I love playing fantasy against my viewers. It's just another way that I get to meet you guys, engage with you guys, participate with you guys off the air. It's what I like most about it. The reason I select the sponsors that I do, I select sponsors that actually bridge the gap between us, because I love talking with you guys, engaging with you guys. So, if you guys want to compete against me in a fantasy football league, DM me on Instagram right now. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in, thanks to Rival Fantasy. So hit me up on Instagram right now, everybody. Right now on Instagram, hit me up, and I will share that link with you right now. And we'll get back to your fantasy questions. User 8900, trade Mixon and Flowers for Hall and Gibbs. I'd rather have Mixon and Flowers. Scott Gardner, I think of that group, I'd start Sutton. Carter, buy Pickens? Yes. Yes. DeMarjo Smith. Who won the trade? Addison, Roshan Johnson for Lockett. Personally, I think Addison and Roshan Johnson probably is a better deal. I know that sounds crazy, but Christian, you're getting a link to the league. Aaron, what's happening? Aaron, you want to be a part of the fantasy league? Here you go. You just got a link. G. Castillo. Freaking me out with that picture in the profile. There you go. I know the movie. Ronnie, I'd go DJ Moore. Ronnie Rampage, I'd go Drake London. PJ, I'd go Christian Kirk. Ethan Claycomb, just traded away Mixon and Diggs for Pollard and Mike Evans. Ethan, good trade. I like it. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. Only 2 spots left in this fantasy league, so make sure you get in on this league right now. Jason, 760. I'm going to lean towards Trevor Lawrence, I think, Jason. No, Jason, I take it back. Jason, I'm going to go Lamar Jackson, and here's why. I think Lamar's running opportunity will be good enough, plus passing. Jason 760. I'm flipping on this one. I was thinking Lawrence. I'm going to flip. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. Jason 760. I'm going Lamar Jackson. Bit of a flip on that one, but changed my mind. Earl, what's happening? Earl, you want to be a part of this league? There you go. Just DM me on Instagram, guys. Isaac, should I trade Aaron Jones, Waddle, and Elijah Moore for Cook and Diggs? No, I'd rather have Jones and Waddle. Jorge, Mike Evans for Addison and Pickens? Yes. Jorge, yes. I'd trade Mike Evans for Addison and Pickens or Laporta, either one. I actually think it's more about what do you need. If you want the substitute for the wide receiver, Pickens is plenty good. Daniel Arias, there's only 1 spot left, but maybe you can claim it. Only 1 spot left for this league. The next person to claim it, we're going to start the draft right away. So make sure you guys go hit me up on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram, or if you got a link, it is a race right now to sign up. 1 spot left for this league, everybody. 1 spot left for this league. Mendez, 45-45. I'd go with Stafford. I'm still waiting to see if Stroud's real. I'm not quite there yet. Cash Money, 23-12. I'd go with Drake London. Cash Money, I'd go with Drake London. This league is filled. We now have a full league. Appreciate all those who hit me up. Hopefully you guys get into one of the leagues that we're doing. We will do more tomorrow. Don't worry. That said, I am randomizing the draft order right now. Randomized. Boom. And with that said, we are going to start the league right away. I know it's going to say 10:55. Don't pay attention to that. We're going to start this league right away. So if you're in this league, get ready. We're going to start it right now, everybody. Jared, Christian, Trevor, Mark, B. Gonzo, Show Me, Feedback, Brandon, Gaout and Jared, we're all starting this league. So Jared, get ready. We're starting this league in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, everybody. I'll get back to answering your fantasy questions in just 1 second. But we are going to start this league in 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2. This draft is underway. This draft is underway. Back to Fantasyland. Evan TM. How do I see the league? Okay. Aaron, should I trade Flowers for Amari Cooper and Laporta? It's a fair trade, Aaron. It's really about who do you want. I'd rather have Zay Flowers, I think, but that's a good fair value. Debo, anytime touchdown tomorrow, J-Lo. I like it. Debo, anytime touchdown, and Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. Laura, thanks for joining us, Laura. Should I start Flowers or Jerome Ford? Laura, Zay Flowers. Absolutely Zay Flowers. Absolutely. Landslide Q, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Landslide Q, I'd go with Kirk Cousins over Lamar Jackson. Gonzo, gonna win this draft. Let's see, Gonzo. Looking forward to it. Pop Music, Eagles are definitely for real, but when you draft that much talent and you're getting Jalen Hurts to play above expectation, it's just a loaded team, loaded roster, great team. Victor, Puka, Waddle for Brown and Evans. I think I'd rather have Brown and Evans, Victor. Aaron Pauley, trade. Ayuk, Mixon, Stevenson for Etienne and Olave. It's very close. I think I'd rather have Ayuk, Mixon, and Stevenson, only because all three players will produce at their own time, so if you're a good fantasy manager, you can manage that. But it's very close. It's a fair trade. Snill, Freiermuth, or Ferguson. Ferguson showed me something. Freiermuth did not. I'm going to shift my allegiance. I'm going to go with Ferguson on this one. He showed me something in that last game. Dane Poke Ribs. Dane Poke Ribs. I'd go with Josh Allen by a mile. I don't trust Russell Wilson at all. Appreciate all of those who are joining us, no matter the platform. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. We're live every single day. Make sure you never miss a show. So hit that follow button if you haven't. Make sure you're following us on Butt Fumble Sports. 2Shaky92. Should I trade Amon-Ra St. Brown? Or should I trade Bijan for Amon-Ra St. Brown and James Conner? I wouldn't. I think Pickens is okay as a wide receiver too. Alonzo. I'd go with Kyle Pitts. Alonzo Perez, I'd go with Kyle Pitts. By the way, I said that in the whitest way possible. Perez. Whitest way you could have said that. Xavier Coleman, Swift, Bijan, Madison. Which two to start? Xavier, really easy for me. Swift and Bijan. Xavier Coleman, it's Swift and Bijan. Wooski. I'd go. How fab is Cam Akers worth? I'm getting juked out by some people. Some people are putting down some crazy numbers right now in some of the leagues I'm in. So I can't tell anymore what someone's worth. It is impossible right now. I'm like, I don't understand why people. I saw someone today spend $45 on Jerome Ford. $45. $45. What the hell are you thinking? I could not understand it for the life of me. So I'm not there. That's not the direction I'm going. Victor answered your question. Durag, I'd go with Lockett, just barely. Durag, I'd go with Lockett. Again, white boy talking here. Trade Garrett Wilson, AZ poker player, I would. I would trade Garrett Wilson if I had the chance. Brian Park, I'd go Algier. Brian Park, I'd go Algier. Aaron, should I go B-Rob or James Cook this week? I'd go Brian Robinson. M, Ayuk and Rashad for Etienne. I think it's a good trade, M. I would do it. Connor, Pittman, or Collins, please help. I'd lean towards Pittman just barely as long as everyone's healthy there in Indianapolis. Troy on 10. This is a close one for me. I've answered this a couple times. Between Hunter Henry and Kittle. I think Kittle gets a touchdown. I think Hunter Henry's probably going to get more targets. That might include a touchdown. It might just include a lot of yardage. I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry because he's got the higher ceiling as well as the higher floor. So I'm going to go in that direction, but it's close. Keep Gainwell. Maybe for a week to see what you have. Maybe he comes back and produces, but I think he just lost his job. as the number 1 running back at least. Connor Stover. I traded Olave and Gibbs for McCaffrey and Burks. McCaffrey's that good. He's worth it. He's that good. Eric, you've been given a lot. I haven't seen your question, though. Eric, there you are. Eric, let's answer your question. Eric, should I trade Bijan Robinson for Kyron Williams and Taylor? No, Eric, absolutely not. Eric, absolutely not. Don't do that deal. Terrible idea, Eric. Don't do it. User 79, I'm about Pacheco. Andre spent 100 on Puka. Yeah, I don't understand what people are doing. Carter, we're currently doing a draft. We are currently in a draft. We will do more drafts tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do another one tonight, but we will do more drafts tomorrow if you're about it. Appreciate all of you guys following us. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us. We're live every single day. So make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. You always hear my the answers to my takes and everything else. So make sure you hit that follow button today. I'm changing the live goal. I want to do something fun. Will J. I'd go with Hunter Henry. I just don't trust Kyle Pitts at this point. I know he's going to go off this week. Hunter Henry has the better matchup. Hunter Henry should have a better game, Will J. I'm saying it right now. Kyle Pitts should have the better day. Kyle Pitts should have the better day. Isaiah, should I drop Najee for Mostert? I think so, actually. It's gotten to that point. Tyler Purdy, trade Burrow and Hill for Dak Waller and... No. Tyler Purdy, don't do that. Don't do that. Not about it. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure you hit that follow button. Carter Newman, who would I trade Pacheco for? Trade for an RB? But Pacheco's a decent RB to have. Are you really upgrading if you got rid of him? I don't get that. Drew, trade Amon-Ra St. Brown for Cooper Kupp? I wouldn't. Curve M, Keenan Allen for Waddle and James Cook. I'd rather have... I do Waddle and James Cook. Yeah, I do it. Curve M, I would do it. Oh my God, I hate... I love Rival Fantasy. I love them. They're a great sponsor. The one issue I have with them is sometimes the auto pick seems to come on when I don't want it to. I just drafted Nick Chubb accidentally. I'm not going to lose my stack. I'll make a move on the waiver wire. It was a third round pick. It was critical. It is the one thing I don't like about this. I love Rival Fantasy, but they need to fix that. And I'm going to reach out to them because I have a great relationship with them. By the way, someone just drafted the Cowboys in the 4th round, so clearly, this is just a crazy draft. Oh my goodness. C-word, trade Lockett and James Conner for Bijan. Yes, C-word, I would do that. That annoys me so much. I love Rival Fantasy. I love the platform. It's the one thing. It's because I'm changing windows. I get it. I change windows because I want to see people's comments and all that. And if I'm on another window, when my pick comes up, it goes to auto pick. But it's like, just give me a second. Just give me half a beat. But it's okay. I take Jahmyr Gibbs. We move on because I'm not a baby. Diego D22, should I trade Jacobs? Yeah, I think so. Trade for Jacobs? No. Diego, no. Don't do that. Tonio, I'd rather have Amari Cooper, Tonio. Now, what I was trying to do a moment ago, Diego is beast. I think Debo, anytime touchdown's a good play. I don't feel the same way about Ayuk. Alonzo, I'd rather play Jake Ferguson. ZCell06, I'm looking at your question right now. ZCell06, I'm looking at your question right now. I try to flip back between the two. Nathan Krapp, start 2. Debo, Mike Williams. Okay, Nathan Krapp, I would start Williams and Flowers. It's close. I love Debo. It might be Debo and Williams. It's either Debo, Williams, or Flowers, or Williams and Flowers, but it's close between the two. I wish you could start all 3. Saquon and Devontae Adams for Hill and Algier. Ricardo, I get it. I might do it. Memo, Puka or Adams? Oh, Devontae Adams. Birdman 584, trade Lockett and Brian Robinson for Barkley. No, don't do that deal. Don't do that deal. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure that you're following. If you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, we are live every day. Hit that follow button. That way you never miss our advice. You never miss a show. Our pregame show for Thursday starts at 5. We usually go 3 hours on Monday, Thursday, and Sundays for pregame shows. 3-hour shows. That way we can do sports betting. We can do fantasy football. So make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you know so you know every time we're live. Ryan, what wide receivers would you start over? I hate that question, Ryan. I'm going to be honest. What wide receivers would I start over Nico Collins? I'm going to be sassy now because these questions. Don't ask questions where I'm going to name like 20 players, where I'm going to have to name like 30. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to answer your question, Ryan, but I want to answer everyone's question. So, being a little sassy, forgive me. Let's be frank. Keenan Allen, don't make that trade. Don't make that trade, let's be frank. Keep Keenan Allen. Michaelis, I'd rather have Godwin the rest of the season. Yeah, smokers, jokers. I've got to talk to him about it, about the auto draft. It's just something they got to fix. It's okay. Cedric, should I trade Puka and JT for Jacobs and Kincaid? Really interesting question. Cedric, I think the answer is yes. Jay, basketball, football. Herbert and Hopkins for Hawkinson. As long as that's Khalil Herbert, yes. Jay, basketball, football, I would make that deal. Craig, Swift or Rashad White this season and rest of year. Craig, Swift this week for sure, but I also like DeAndre Swift for the rest of the season if he's the RB1. I really like that move. Appreciate all of those who are watching the show. Appreciate all those who are with us every single day. We are live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick every single day. So if you love the content, hit the follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. That way you never miss a show. Got to make my pick, and I just did. Kenneth Walker, Kyron Williams. Chase, I'd go Kenneth Walker. Why not trade for Jacobs? I just didn't like what the deal was. I didn't think it was a good deal, Diego. I thought you were giving up way too much. Geno or Deshaun Watson? Zach, I'd go with Geno just barely. It's very close. Both have good matchups. Farouz Tehran. I would go with Brian Robinson, and I lean towards Hall just barely over James Cook. It's close, though. I'll go Robinson and Hall. Demon Speed 0. Do I start Ayuk, Breida, Rashad White? Demon Speed, I'd go Ayuk. Be careful about the injury, but I'd go Ayuk. Trade Amari for Garrett Wilson. Enzo, no. I wouldn't. Ronnie Shirley Sr. I'll go Najee, but I don't like it. I just don't like Rashad White's matchup against the Eagles. Swift or Pollard? JG photography, I'd go with Pollard. I would go with Pollard. Appreciate all those that are watching the show. No matter where you're watching, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a member of this Butt Fumble Sports community. Addison or Flowers, rest of season. Oh my goodness, I love both of them. Think both are going to be contenders for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'll go with Flowers just barely, but it's very close. Rest of the season, they're both going to have great years. Cam, Anthony Richardson, Rashad White, and DK for A.J. Brown and Lamar. I would do the trade. I would do it. Cam, I would do it. I just trust Lamar slightly more than Richardson. And I think A.J. Brown, I think it's a fair trade. KG18445. I traded Kittle and Pierce for Mark Andrews. Did I win? You upgraded at tight end, but you lost a valuable running back. I don't know. How do we feel about Ford this week? Cade, I don't like him as much this week. Tough matchup against the Tennessee Titans defensive front. They're very good against the run. I'm not as crazy about him this week. Season long, I like him. trade DJ Moore for Christian Watson? You could. I think it's probably a fair deal. I still like DJ Moore maybe a little bit more, but it's very close. I just need to see Christian Watson healthy. What do I do with Burrow? I think you're waiting to see if he's a start. I hope there's word that comes out on Sunday that says he's going to play. Will make it easier on all of us. Should I trade Ramondre and Garrett Wilson for CD Lamb? Yes, Cam, I'm okay with that. Unless you're wary about giving up that valuable running back. Running backs are valuable, guys. I wouldn't give them up so quickly. Matt, Breida or Pierce? Matt, I'd go with Pierce. Peyton, I'd go with Justin. Thoughts on Fields? Just doesn't have enough talent around him, and he seems to be regressing. Those coaches are bad. The offensive play calling is bad. The Bears are a mess. Surprise, surprise. Treco, trade T. Higgins, Breece Hall for Cooper Kupp. I think I still ask for a little bit more, Treco. I'd ask for more. Higgins and Hall, they're on the field. Cooper Kupp, that's a lot of mystery right there. I'm giving up a lot of value for a lot of mystery. Doesn't seem like a good deal. Brennan Garcia. Do you like Gibbs or Breece Hall? I like Gibbs, and overall on thoughts. Breece Hall, I just don't like the offensive line of the Jets. The offensive line of the Jets is what got them in the mess they're in the first place. And additionally, I think the play calling has been awful. When you don't give Breece Hall the ball more than 4 times against the Cowboys, wouldn't you have run it more than 4 times with Aaron Rodgers? Why aren't you running it more than 4 times without him? It made no sense. It was one of the dumbest things of week 2. That said, I still think Breece Hall has value because the talent is there. I think Jahmyr Gibbs, young, talented, great offensive line. The Lions are a team to bet on, so I like both of them, but I probably like Gibbs more for the rest of the year because the offensive line. Robbie Robertson, trade Thielen or Gus Edwards. I'd trade Thielen. If he has any value right now, I'd trade him. Enzo, I'd go with Justin Fields over Jones. I don't like Daniel Jones at all. Why do I? Mike Williams. Why do I? I'd go Mike Williams over Nico Collins. Appreciate all those who are supporting the show. Jonathan Carpenter, W. Sit 1. Lamb, Flowers, Evans, Olave. Jonathan, I might sit Olave, given that matchup against Jair Alexander is a really tough one. Jonah, should I do this? Give up Christian McCaffrey and Charbonnet for Gibbs, Amari Cooper, and JSN. Jonah, I would rather have Gibbs, Cooper, and JSN. I think it's very close. Christian McCaffrey is so valuable, but I am thinking that at some point he may get hurt. Wouldn't be the craziest thing to happen. So that's where I come out on that one. Appreciate all of you guys who are watching the show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. That way you never miss our show. We're live every single day. So make sure you're following us. Kyle Bond, thanks so much. Liam, Kyron Williams, and Ford for Calvin Ridley. Do that deal, Liam. Love it. Peyton, I like Purdy this week. Brock Purdy's going to have a great week 3. Alex, trade Diggs for Chase. Right now, Chase has an injured quarterback. I don't know if I'd be as quick to make that move as I would have a week ago. Cabe, Najee and Cortland Sutton for T. Higgins. I'd do it. That's okay. That one I do. ESPN 7189. I prefer Brian Robinson to get a touchdown. I think Josh Jacobs has the better game. So ESPN 7189. I'm going to lean towards Josh Jacobs. I think he bounces back this week. That was an embarrassing performance last week. I think he's better. Drew Hazard. Keenan Allen for Walker and Nico Collins. I'd rather have Keenan Allen unless you really need the running back, Drew. Julio for Caesar. Roshan or Najee Harris. I'm going to go Najee Harris. Logan, should I trade Puka to get Etienne or Stevenson? Absolutely, Logan. Trade him high. Trade high. Alexander, sell high. Alexander, I don't like either one a ton, but I like London more. I like London more than White. Darren Ryan, Flowers, Godwin, or Zach Moss. I'm going to go with Flowers, Darren. I'm going to go Zay Flowers just slightly. By the way, I'm surprised we haven't gotten the live goal. I set it to just 1, thinking we get the cowboy hat. I haven't gotten it yet. Ramiro, I'd go Amari Cooper. Jonathan Carpenter, thanks so much for subscribing, buddy. Welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports community. We are live every day. We will do subscriber-only shows. So if you guys subscribe, you will get exclusive access. So in these, I try to answer everyone's question. Subscriber-only shows, you get the personal attention. So Sintos, trade Debo and Amon-Ra for Derrick Henry. I wouldn't do it. Not getting enough value. Mixalis, 1508. Godwin, Judy, rest of the season. I'd say Chris Godwin right now. Chris Godwin. I'm trusting Baker Mayfield more by the day. Rihanna Guerrero, the realtor. Oh, cowboy hat. Different cowboy hat, funny enough, but that was really cool. Thanks so much. That was awesome. Rihanna Guerrero, the realtor. Trade Derrick Henry and Akers for Christian McCaffrey. Yes, I would do it. Yes, I would do it. Even in a non-PPR, that is a trade that I would be willing to make. Joey, start Jerome Ford or Najee Harris. I'd start Najee Harris. Better matchup. Straight shooter, 12-9-2-1. I'd go with Zay Flowers. Straight shooter, I'd go Zay Flowers. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys gave a gift, I'm going to make sure I prioritize your question. JG Photography, welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports community. We have another subscriber. Awesome that we have 2 subscribers tonight. You guys are awesome. We will do subscriber-only shows for you guys. I'll probably do one tomorrow. I'll definitely do a couple over the weekend. So if you guys want exclusive advice, you don't want to sift through all these questions, you just want to get that personal advice, subscribe on TikTok. That's how you get that personal attention. Tats and Scars. Akers will definitely outshine Madison the rest of the year. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I feel really good about that one. Tats and Scars. Rehub. I'd rather have Mostert and Pickens. I think there are other tight ends, especially some rookie tight ends, that'll make it worth it. Eric Alcorta. Should I trade Pittman and Kenneth Walker for James Conner? No. Eric, no. Don't do that deal, Eric. Appreciate your support. Don't do that trade, Eric. Don't do that trade. By the way, when you guys subscribe, there's a little icon that shows up next to your name, which means I always answer those questions. I prioritize those over everybody, obviously, because if you guys are subscribing, I want to make sure that I show you guys the proper respect and support, because you guys are supporting the show. Thank you guys for being with me. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. Jacob McCabe. I lean towards Kenneth Walker. I do like Kenneth Walker III in that deal. Noah King, thanks for the first gift. Fire away with that question, Noah. I'll make sure I answer it. Ben Sefrin. I would go with Ben. It's really close. I think I lean towards Bijan. Ben, I lean towards Bijan, I think. It's very close. Booty Ball. Brennan Garcia. Thanks so much for subscribing, Brennan. Getting some subscribers tonight. We're 2 away from our subscriber goal, which we've never hit before. It is awesome that you guys are subscribing. Again, we will do subscriber-only shows where only subscribers can comment. We'll do a couple of those tomorrow, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you guys become subscribers. That way you get exclusive access to our advice. You don't have to deal with everybody else. Thanks so much, IP Shade 45. We got our live goal. Yay! We got that live goal. I was like, okay, I'm going to try something a bit more challenging. Same goes for the next one. Just going to try something a little bit different. Just having some fun, guys. Forgive me. Having some fun. I want to do not something too challenging. Let's go. They don't put them in order of... I'll just do a simple one. I like this one a lot. I like this one. The paper crane. I like that one. That's cool. Okay. Back to your questions. Spencer Niles. This has to be Gibbs week. Yep, Spencer Niles. You know it. I really like Gibbs this week. AP Movies. Trade Christian McCaffrey and Higgins for Jefferson. You're giving up way too much. IP Shade 45. I knew you'd come through right away. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you subscribe on TikTok. We are live every day, but when you subscribe, I make sure I answer your question right away. Obviously, we have exclusive shows for subscribers. We give out a lot of advice. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It would be awesome to hit our subscriber goal. That would be a new thing for us. So something a little bit new, something different. But of course, trying to win TikTok, if there is such a thing. Mahomes for Fields, Taylor, and Walker. I'd do it. I'd keep Mahomes. I'd rather have Mahomes. Checo. Oh, Sal just subscribed. What's up, Sal? Let's go. One more away from our subscriber goal. One more. We've never hit our subscriber goal. We're one away. Oh, my God. This is awesome. Checo, 20. Traded Swift for Hall. I think I'd rather have Swift right now. Flowers or Addison. I'm leaning towards... Forgive me. I love both of them. I'm leaning towards Flowers this week, but I really like both of them a lot. So, trade Chase for Pollard. If you really want the running back... Bam. If you really want the running back, yes. I really like Pollard, so I think it's a fair deal. If you need that running back, it's okay. Oh, Chris Single! We did it! We did it! We hit our subscriber live goal. No way! That is awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. I cannot believe it. This is so awesome. Thank you guys so much. I don't even know what to say. You guys are the absolute best. I am so grateful for the support you guys show us every single day. Yes, sir, that is right. It is awesome. We have so many people with us today. Noah King, Chris Single, let's answer your question. Chris Ingle, sorry. I'd start Puka. Chris Ingle, I'd start Puka. Noah King. Oh, best doggos. What? Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Brennan Garcia. Woohoo. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Noah King. You never answered mine. Sorry, Noah King. Waller, Ferguson, or Laporta this week. I think I go Ferguson or Laporta. It's very close between the two. I'm going to lean slightly towards Laporta. Noah King, just slightly, but it's super close. Noah King, I'm going to lean slightly towards Laporta. It's close between the two, though. I don't like Waller as much. He should be the easy start, but something tells me that the 49ers are going to want to take him away tomorrow, so that's where I am on that. It is so awesome that you guys helped me out. Not only hit my live goals tonight, but hit my subscriber goals. Are you kidding me? Are you guys not the best? I cannot believe that just happened. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful for the support you guys show us every single day. It is awesome to have you guys a part of this community. Let's keep answering some questions. Adrian, Puka and Adams for Tyreek and Joe Mixon. I'd take the Hill and Mixon side. Willie Edridge, big trade. Connor, Puka, Brian. Cairo, what's up? Let's get another subscriber. Let's go. Unbelievable. You guys are awesome. You guys are crushing it tonight. Will Eldridge, big trade. Connor, Puka, Brian Robinson for Waddle, Jacobs, and Montgomery. I'd rather have Waddle, Jacobs, and Montgomery, Will. Waddle, Jacobs, and Montgomery. Lucas, Niners. Niners big. Niners big in every way. Niners big in every way. Jake Navarro. I traded Najee and Michael Thomas for Rachaad White and Walker. I think the best player in that deal is Michael Thomas. I'm sorry that you gave him away. Kyle Bond! Kyle Bond, what's up? You guys are crushing it tonight. We are definitely doing a subscriber-only show tomorrow. I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to do a subscriber-only show on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will do subscriber-only shows. Jonathan! What's up, Jonathan? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, guys. You guys are crushing it tonight, being so supportive. We are going to do subscriber-only shows every night this week to say thank you guys for subscribing. That way you guys definitely get the payoff because I am so grateful for you guys subscribing. If you guys subscribe, it will be exclusive for your comments. Only your comments. So make sure you guys subscribe today. That way you can be a part of those subscriber-only shows. And again, only your comments will show up. We will do those every day now. Every day to say thank you because this has been such an incredible show of support from you guys tonight. So grateful for you guys supporting the show and me. Wow. I am overwhelmed right now. You guys have just made my night. Brent, would you trade Andrews for Kittle and Harris? No, I think I'd rather have Andrews. Brennan Garcia, look at my trade real quick. Brennan Garcia, I will once I find it. I'm going to look for it right now. AJ, which one to start? DJ Moore, Tutu, or Davis? I do Moore. Brennan Garcia, oh, IP Shade 45, thank you, thank you. Brennan Garcia, let's find that trade. Brennan Garcia, let's find your trade. Brennan Garcia. Brennan Garcia, oh, look at the trade real quick. I haven't seen it yet. Where is it? Brennan Garcia. Kingpin, Kingpin 24. I'd go Mike Williams. Kingpin 24, I'd go Mike Williams. Still looking for that question. Best doggos, answering your question. I'd go Addison. Addison, I think. Swift or Addison, it's close. I'm leaning towards Addison just barely. It's very, very close, though. By the way, I was looking for that question. Did not find it. I'm going to keep looking. Don't worry. I got to make my pick, though. Go, Jarek McKinnon. Where's that question? Put in your question again. I haven't found it. I haven't found that question. Brennan Garcia, I still haven't found your trade. By the way, don't say look at my trade twice. Just write the trade again. Oh, my God. AJ, I'd go DJ Moore. AJ, I'd go DJ Moore. Because now I'm scrolling through all these questions, and it was never there. And it was, if you had just written out the question, if you had written out the trade. Rodney, would you trade Pierce for Pickens? You could. It's a fair trade now, but I think Pierce has better long-term value. Damian King, I'd go... Man, all three are going to have a great week. You can't go wrong. I think I go Flowers over Debo, but it's very close. All three are going to have great weeks. Brant C. Start Jacobs over Kelly? Yes, absolutely. Put in that trade, man. Cairo, yeah, use the new emoji. Cairo, welcome to the community, buddy. Brennan Garcia, I love you. I'm so grateful for your support. But look at that trade. If you had just written the trade, I would have answered it now 3 times over. So Brennan Garcia, the way this works best is when you guys are like, hey, look at my trade. You know what I just did? It means I looked at the one comment you didn't want me caring about. So write the trade. Sometimes I don't see it. I'm trying as hard as I can to answer all of them. But when you say look at the trade, guess what I'm not doing? Seeing your trade. I see your comment, but I don't see your trade. Think about it. Tate, would you start Allen or Tua? Tate, I definitely start Josh Allen. By the way, Brandon Garcia, write the trade. I totally want to answer it. Kingpin, I would Pitts and Ford for Kittle. No, I'd rather have Pitts and Ford. Kingpin, I'd rather have Pitts and Ford. Brennan Garcia, my Brad. Okay, now I see it. Perfect. Brennan Garcia, now I got you. Goddard and Mostert for Breece Hall. I'd rather have Goddard and Mostert. I don't trust that Jets offensive line. So finally got to that question. Sorry about that. By the way, the only way I get sassy with you guys is when I'm trying to help you guys out and it's just not working out and I get frustrated because all I want to do is answer your fantasy questions. Jeremy, accept Olave for Stevenson. If you really need the running back, yes. I'd rather have Olave, though, if I didn't need the running back. Carter Newman, trade Pacheco. Trade Pacheco for White? No. Carter Newman, I would keep Pacheco. I'd keep Pacheco. Big Worm, I'd go Mostert. Scott Gardner, how do you feel about James Cook versus the Washington defense? I don't think he has a great day. The PPR adds value, though. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Again, Brennan Garcia, just to remind you, I would not do that deal. I'd rather keep Goddard and Mostert. Just Goddard for Breece Hall, that I would do. Brennan Garcia, that's what I would do. That's a trade worth making. We just completed another fantasy league, guys. Unbelievable how many we've done. Guys, I'm actually one away from my larger subscriber goal. I can't believe it. We were shooting for 35 over like a week, and you guys almost have me there. One more subscriber away. Drew, Kirk, and Javonte for Devontae Adams. Drew, probably a good deal, but I don't like it that much because I don't trust Devontae Adams. I really don't trust Jimmy G. Juan Pablo, De La Garcia. Who would I go with? Pittman or Ayuk? I'm going to lean toward... Ayuk might be injured tomorrow. That might be the answer for you. So Ayuk might be hurt, may not be able to go. Let's answer some questions. If you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, this is your moment. YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away with your questions. Here to answer them. Tony. I would go with A.J. Brown, and I'd go Puka if Joe Burrow's out. If Joe Burrow plays, I'd go Higgins. So Tony... It'd be all about Joe Burrow's status, but A.J. Brown's a must-play. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away with those questions. Now's the time I'm going to answer them. Jacob, Ayuk, Najee, Pacheco, or Hall. Jacob, I'd go Pacheco, and Ayuk if he's healthy. Yo, Jake, what's good? Waddy1. Jake sent you? That's awesome. Waddy1. Love that Jake shared the channel with you. Stickum. Mostert, Godwin, and Kareem Hunt for Kelsey and Pacheco. I do it. Danny, I would trade. I'd rather have Pollard. Danny, I'd rather have Pollard. J.K. Bogan, yo, what's good? S.J. Della, trade Geno and Christian Kirk for Richardson and B-Rob. If you need the running back, yes. Otherwise, I like Geno and Christian Kirk. Xander, I'd start Kirk and Addison. Luke Sorensen, I would not make that deal. Luke Sorensen, I'd rather have Gibbs. Dermont Drew, I'd start Addison. Cato 13, I'd rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Daniel, I'd rather have Addison. I'd start Addison. Bloodless Acorn, I'd go Pacheco. Sin Toast, I'd rather have Debo and Jones. If you guys have not done so already, make sure you follow and subscribe. We are live every day. Thanks so much, IP Shade 45. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, you follow, you subscribe. We are live every day, so hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you are watching on TikTok, we are 1 subscriber away from our week-long goal. So it would be amazing. Really would appreciate it. Alicia Walters. Forgive me, I'm butchering your name. Forgive me. I'm sure it's a beautiful name, Alicia. Trade Matthews and Jets defense, or trade Mahomes and Jets defense for Niners and Hurts. Ooh, that's like trading a pearl for a diamond. It depends how you value them. It depends what you like more. I think I like Niners and Hurts more, but it's very close. It's a close trade. Macias, I'd go Gibbs. Dean, Adams, St. Brown, Olave, Evans. Who should I trade and what... All right, I'm not answering that. That's a bad question. Raheem Andrews, I'd go Christian Kirk. Gainwell or Swift. Jeremy Weiner, I'd go Swift. Werner, sorry. Kurt Van Ness, I'd go Pacheco. Ricardo Rodriguez just traded Kirk Cousins for Etienne. That is a good trade. Avery Paul, I'm going to lean, I think, towards Moss, but it's close. Very close. Lethal Jake, I'd go George Pickens. One more subscriber on TikTok. We're looking for one more subscriber on TikTok. Jartoka, I'd go TJ Watt. Gartoka, I'd go DJ Watt. Renegade 092, Hayden Hurst and Hawkinson for Ingram and Dillon. I'd rather have Hawkinson over everyone in that trade. Avery Paul, why is it close between Moss and Godwin? Because Moss is going to get more touches, but Godwin actually has a decent matchup against the Eagles, a little bit better than you would have thought. I think Moss is probably the more likely to get the touchdown. That's why I lean in that direction. Riley Cedarfield, I'd go Christian Kirk. We will have subscriber-only shows on TikTok. Subscriber-only shows on TikTok every single day this week. So, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, make sure you subscribe on TikTok. Those shows will be exclusively for subscribers. Only your comments will be seen. So if you want your comments exclusively seen and answered, I will be on TikTok Live exclusively for subscribers every day this week. I assure you I will pay off the subscriber fee in advice. Roman, start DK, Cooper, McLaurin. It's close between DK and Amari Cooper, but Roman, I'll go DK. Hasbrad, I would go Gino. Rod Jr. Escobar, I would go with Moss. I'd go with Moss. B. Keegs, I'd go with Purdy. B. Keegs 1023, I'd go with Purdy. Best Doggos, I'd go with Swift. Best Doggos, I'd go with Swift. JF for life. JF for life. It's a great question. Personally, I love Hurts, but I don't feel like there's a need to make the trade. The only reason I would do it is if there was an injury on the Jets defense, but there isn't. I like Jalen Hurts and the 49ers, but I really also like Mahomes, and I'm kind of tossed. I probably go Jalen Hurts and the 49ers defense. I probably like that a little bit more, only because Jalen Hurts' rushing touchdown ability probably makes the difference in the end. Bryce Cal, I'd go Christian Watson. Bryce Cal, I'd go Christian Watson. Okay, I'm going to focus on those who have contributed to the show, since we're going to be in the final seconds of the show. Sal, so grateful that you're following, so grateful that you subscribe. It's awesome that we added some subscribers tonight. Cairo992, you subscribed. I'd go Hunter Henry. Cairo992, I'd go Hunter Henry. If you guys contributed to the show, Jake, you subscribe. Jake, you subscribe. I'd go Jordan Addison. Jake, I'd go Jordan Addison. Daniel, you don't subscribe, but you've given a lot of gifts. Daniel, I'd go Geno Smith, and I'd go Hunter Henry. Daniel F., I'd go Geno Smith and Hunter Henry. It's awesome to see so many subscribers, so many people who have contributed to the show. It is great just to know that we have the support of so many of you. Daniel F., we got you. Best Doggos, I'd still go Hunter Henry, just barely over Laporta. It's close, but I'd go Hunter Henry. IP Shade 45, we want rants. Bears, Raiders. Okay, here's a rant for you. The Bears are a mess. We already knew that. The Bears are one of the worst franchises in the NFL right now. We already knew that. I just feel bad for Justin Fields. He's regressing this year in the same way that Mac Jones regressed last year. You have a bad OC. You have a bad roster. You have a bad head coach. Leads to bad things. I feel terrible for Justin Fields. That is definitely a rant that I have right now. Definitely one of them. The New England Patriots dynasty is over. It's dead. Bill Belichick will not break Don Shula's record with the New England Patriots. He might break Don Shula's record as the head coach of another team that's willing to hire him the moment that he retires from the Patriots. But Bill Belichick will not pass Don Shula's record. They will not accumulate enough wins fast enough to keep that fan base from tearing down the stadium if something doesn't happen. Robert Kraft doesn't spend enough money on the roster. Bill Belichick hasn't drafted well enough. They are not good enough, and the AFC is leaving them in the frickin' dirt. So, with that said, I think the Patriots are far away from being a contender. One of the favorites, best games that I like this week in terms of what's going to happen, it's actually the Broncos and the Dolphins. Hear me out. Vic Fangio, is he out for revenge? Will the Dolphins put up one of the better performances defensively of the week? One of those things I'm really curious to see of all the games that we're watching. By the way, if you guys want, oh, Jake, a Patriots fan, yeah, you agree. And look, 20 years of phenomenal success in New England. What an amazing thing. Guess what happens after all that success? Darkness comes. It cannot be sunshine and rainbows forever. At some point, night will arrive, and it has come. The Patriots are in the darkest point they've been in maybe 2.5 decades, and that's okay. It's about damn time. It's the licks you have to take if you want to be a dynasty. The sun does not shine on every franchise forever. The Patriots had a great run, but Mac Jones isn't clutch. The funny thing is, Mac Jones is talented. He's actually got a better mind than people think. He's got an okay arm, but Mac Jones isn't clutch. What was Tom Brady? Literally from day one, he was clutch. Tom Brady didn't have the same mechanics. He might not have been as good at processing the game, but Tom Brady was clutch from the first moment that he showed up in New England. Mac Jones is not clutch, everybody. Thanks so much for that confetti. I appreciate it, Jonathan. Jay Lopedog, I'm scared for my Dolphins and Sean Payton in a must-win. It's not a must-win, Jay Lopedog. Don't start that bullshit with me. It is not a must-win for the Miami Dolphins. Let's not get crazy here. Let's not get foolish. Come on now. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Chris, Ford, Swift, and Sutton for Debo and Christian Kirk. I'd rather have Debo and Christian Kirk, so I think it's a good trade. Jay Lopedog, will Kraft ask Bill to resign? It's going to be one of those where they both know it's time. They both know, but it might be a midnight massacre like it was with Jerry Jones and Tom Landry. It could be. I just doubt it. Kingpin. I probably lean towards Reynolds. Just barely overcooked Kingpin, but it's close. If you guys haven't done so already, hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, hit the follow button. We're live every day. Avery Paul, I'd go Mike Williams. Avery Paul, I'd go Mike Williams. I'd also go Swift and Brian Robinson. Swift and Brian Robinson. Lethal Jake. If Aaron Jones is out, I'd go A.J. Dillon. Other than that, I'd look to pick up someone. Austin, 2608. I think I'm leaning towards Christian Kirk in the flex. Renegade, 092. If Richardson's healthy, I might go Richardson. Riley Cedarfield, I'd go Christian Kirk. McLaurin, Kirk, or Gabe Davis, I'd go Christian Kirk. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Why Mike Williams over DeAndre Hopkins? Because the matchup against the Minnesota Vikings is really favorable. The reason I don't give my answers to all the questions every time is it just slows things down, but I assure you, I do my research. The reason is because the matchup. Appreciate all of you guys. Algier, Sanders Simmons, Algier. Appreciate you guys being with us. Omar, I'm leaning towards Ayuk. If he's hurt, though, just make sure he's healthy enough to go. Final minute of the show, everybody. Final minute of the show. Jake, I'm leaning slightly towards Jordan Addison, but I like both of them, Jake. Start both if you can. If you guys have not done so, we will do subscriber-only shows on TikTok this week. Make sure you subscribe. Subscriber-only shows on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe. We are live every single day. Replying to Adden Ross, he announced this in his stream with the Kim Jong-un impression. I got a free $100, laugh my ass off. Steak and Kick are doubling the crypto and wallet. Oh, there's some crypto talk going on. Okay, we got some crypto talk. I got it now. I was like, me? Talking like Kim Jong-un? I don't think so. Final minute of the show, everybody. I'm going to prioritize those who have contributed to the show. Make sure you guys subscribe. We will be doing subscriber-only shows for TikTok. Obviously, I answer those questions the fastest, like Cairo992. Richardson, if healthy, or Watson. I'd probably go Watson either way. I actually like his matchup. Xander, I'd go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Will Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown play? Yes, they'll both play. Looking for those that contribute in the comments section. Omar, I answered that. Brant C is answering IP Shade 45. Won't hot take. Oh no, Fields is going to be the quarterback next year. IP Shade 45, that's a hot take, but it would require them going into the draft. Maybe if they're that bad, maybe. Daniel F, Burrow, Kittle, Sutton for Hurts and Breece Hall. I don't think so. Commanders over the Bills Sunday? No. Your average NPC, I would go with the Bills. On the money line, at least. Jake, I'd go with Swift. Jake Sincata, I'd go with Swift. J Money, I haven't seen your question, J Money. Put that question in the comment section if you're looking to get it answered. I haven't seen it yet. One more subscriber to hit our live goal. Is it possible? Waller or Njoku? Austin, I'd go Njoku. Connor or Collins? Lando, I'd go Nico Collins. Joe Shiesty, welcome to the team. Excited that you're a member of the team. Renegade, I'd go, if Joe Burrow plays, you're asking about the over-under. I can't answer it right now because we don't know about Joe Burrow. So the over-under, the line on that one, let's wait until Sunday to bet on Monday Night Football. Okay. I will stay on for 5 more minutes if one person subscribes. I will stay on 5 more minutes if one person subscribes. Terrence Crackhead. I would go with Pickens and Moore. Terrence Crackhead, I'd go Pickens and Moore. Probably going to sign off now unless we get a subscriber. Kyle Bond. I've been asking for a long time, and I'm the number one. Kyle, I just wish you had put it. It's the classic case of, like, Kyle, I haven't seen it, obviously, or I would have answered it. Kyle, write it in the comment section now. Kyle, write your question in the comment section now. Because I've been scrolling this whole time, and I haven't seen it the whole time. I would have answered it, obviously. But Kyle, write it in the comment section now. Kyle, I'm looking for it, buddy. Tim Martz, great to have you as a team member. But like Kyle, I haven't seen it this whole time. Sal, I'd go Pierce and Najee. Sal, I'd go Pierce and Najee. Yeah, I'm still not seeing your question. Kyle Bond, yeah, I just came back to it. I haven't seen your question yet. Okay. Daniel, 30 plus. I don't feel like Kittle, he's going to get 30. Daniel, I'm so nervous as well about that same thing. Drew, which 2 receivers should I start? I'd start Christian Kirk, and I'd start London. Kirk and London. I keep looking for this question. Where is it? J Money. I've been commenting all day. Hawkinson and Flowers for Evans, Pierce, and Pitts. I'd rather have Hawkinson and Flowers. J Money 239. J Money 239. I'd rather have Hawkinson and Flowers. Where is this question? Did you write the question again? Kyle Bond, I'm looking for your question, buddy. I'm looking right now. I've been looking this whole time. Just goes to show you, for whatever reason, I'm not seeing it, so you might have to write it again. I know you may be frustrated. I'm sorry. J Money, no problem. Appreciate you being a member of the team. Kyle Bond, I'm still not seeing it, dude. So, write it. Kyle Bond, thank you. Thank you for pinning it. Multiple times. Okay, Pittman, Atwell. That's the question? It's Pittman, dog. Kyle Bond, it's Pittman. It's Pittman. Thanks so much, whoever pinned that for me. Thank you. Sky Moore or Romeo Dobbs? Joe Shiesty, I think I'm leaning towards Sky Moore. Kyle Bond, we finally got you, buddy. We finally got you. Sorry about that, Kyle. Guys, I do have a couple moderators to help with that. They're going to be helping me out over the course of the next few shows and next few weeks. That way, if there's someone that I'm missing, where it's like, Kyle, I've been looking, and I can't find it, we'll have our moderators help me out then. But Kyle, thank you for subscribing. Sorry about that. It will be easier in our subscriber-only shows. Again, we will do some TikTok-only, subscriber-only shows. So that means if you're a TikTok subscriber, you will be the only one that can comment. So you guys get all the personal advice, all of your questions get answered instantly, whether it's betting, fantasy, DFS, all of that. We'll do that every day the remainder of the week. That said, guys, we didn't get another subscriber, so I'm going to get off now. I'm going to go sign off now. It was a wonderful show with you guys. I had so much fun. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. We will be live tomorrow. Again, we just need 1 subscriber. I'll stay on for 5 more minutes. I will give you guys that option. That said, I will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, everybody. 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern. Thomas, no you didn't. I can see, Thomas. TikTok would let it be known, Thomas. Don't worry. You can't fool TikTok. So anyways, we will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll answer all of your questions. Don't worry. I will answer all of your fantasy questions, your sports betting questions. We will do a 3-hour NFL pregame show. A 3-hour NFL pregame show starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. So, if I didn't get to your question, if I didn't get to your sports betting question, don't worry. We will get to all of them tomorrow. Here's the one thing you need to do, though. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're a part of this team, because the Butt Fumble Sports team is team cashing tickets. We help you win your fantasy matchups. We help you cash bets. That's what we do here at Butt Fumble Sports. I am so grateful for this community. You guys have no idea. I'm so grateful for how supportive you are, how helpful you are. You guys are the best. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I will be back at 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Sal, great to see you. I will be back at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, everybody. Cannot wait to see you. It is a Thursday night football pregame show at 5 p.m. Eastern. Hit the follow button if you want to make sure that you're watching with us. But other than that, have a great night, everybody. I will see you at 5 p.m. Eastern. Goodbye, everybody.